Hi guys, it's checkacola. 안녕하세요. 말입니다. checkacola. Today I'll be back drinking beers. Today Miller Genuine Draft Beer from the USA. This is a very common beer in the United States of America and maybe Canada, but I've never actually drank this beer. So this is my first time. And this is the Korean version. It's all in Korean. So you got the Korean, what the ingredients are. So it's www.takingalcohol.com, 19 years old, made in the USA. What I'm not too interesting about this beer, I guess, 옥수수, corn. Corn beer. So that's generally why I stayed away from Miller Draft and even Miller Lite. Corn beer. And it's unpasteurized, so the corn flavor will really be present in this beer, I assume. So unpasteurized means it wasn't like boiled and all the cultures killed and then bottled. It was just cold filtered. Cold filtered is when you maybe take the beer with all the cultures and everything, you pass it through a permeable membrane. So like the beer and maybe the hops and some of the flavor goes through, but actually some of the cultures will go through, so they'll do it again and again and again. So this one is 4 times cold filtered for smoothness. So the cold filter will actually make it feel more like a draft beer. If you've ever had a draft beer opposed to a bottle beer or a can beer, you'll notice there's a little different taste. Some beers have the, what I call the golf ball in there. It'll be a little golf ball to try and keep it more drafty. I'm not too sure about this beer. Doesn't sound like there's a golf ball in there. But yeah, this is draft beer, cold filtered. So again, it passes through a permeable membrane instead of being boiled and killing the cultures. This also means though, some of the flavor might be reduced because it goes through a filter. The filter also takes out the flavor, as with the cultures and some of the sediment. So you'll probably have sediment like wheat kernels and barley kernels and corn kernels at the bottom with a yeast and maybe a little mash, and then you put it through the filter. That stays, most of the sediment stays, and then the beer goes through. You do another filter again, and then there's less and less. Then through the last one there'll be like maybe a little tiny amount or minuscule amount. Then they'll can it and bottle it and send it to places around the world. So this is the Korean version. I'm not too sure if they made any changes for it for the Korean market, or if it's the same beer you'd buy in the USA or Canada. So we'll crack it open and give it a try. A Paul Lander cup. Oh yeah. Miller Genuine Draft. First time. There we go. It looks really, really light, maybe like light pea. Not really dark. Maybe hay color. It seems like it's really highly carbonized. There's lots of bubbles in there and they seem like they're going crazy. So kind of like draft beer. In the head, maybe a couple of fingers. It'll die down soon, I hope. But yeah, really, really, really highly carbonated with some head and a hay color. The smell smells like your average drink back beer. Maybe like a Budweiser. But you can get that corn smell again. Almost like corn chips, like Doritos, or what other corn chip? Maybe them Hoops. They're called Hoops, those corn chips. Really corny. Really corny with that average, beer. So really corny with maybe an after smell of average beer, like the wheat. Let's give her a taste. Definitely draft style. It has some hoppy flavor, but a lot of sweetness. It has that corn kick. So you can tell there's corn in here. It has maybe a corn kick, hoppiness, and a little bit of barley in there. I'd say maybe compared to other beers in this league, this is maybe a little below average. Since 1855, Miller, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA, I would definitely say this beer is not something I would buy again. It really tastes like corn. That's what I always worried about when you buy corn beers. Usually if they're pasteurized, you can kill that corn flavor off. But if they're unpasteurized, especially for this draft beer, they'll try and keep the flavor with losing flavor through the permeable filter. But I'd say almost similar to a draft beer you'd get at a bar, but not really the same. Maybe in between like a regular canned beer, this beer, and a draft beer you'd get at the bar. So there you go, Miller Genuine Draft. Very interesting beer. Really highly carbonated. It seems like the foam is still staying there. I don't think I'm going to drink the rest of this beer, as it's really not appetizing. Maybe I'll make a chug video later, but I'll pour the rest of this beer in. Let's see. So there, got more corny hops head there. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know if I rated this yet, but I'll give this one a very low score. Way below average beer. Maybe some people would like this, but this ain't my style. Honestly, maybe a Budweiser would be a little better than this. And Budweiser, I guess, is average beer, little less than average, but this, I guess I'll drink the rest, talk about some stuff. So yeah, actually, lots of these American beers and Canadian beers I've never drank, like Pabst Blue Ribbon. I don't know, what's another famous American brand, or Canadian brand? Like Molson Canadian, I've never drank that. Labatt's Blue. Lots of Canadian beers I haven't drank. Usually I just drink like Japanese, German, Chinese, maybe different country beers. I haven't really gotten into like the American and Canadian beers. I find that the American style and Canadian style lagers and ales, they don't have as much taste as the European and some of the Asian style beers. Lots of the American brand beers, they have lower alcohol content. Maybe even check this. 4.7% alcohol. Yeah, it's a little on the low side. Maybe 4.5 is okay, but usually 5 and up is what alcohol content is maybe in Canada. But even that, 5.2, 5.3 beer content is probably where I like to be at. This one, for the alcohol kick, it's not there. There's no alcohol kick I can taste. The corn is overpowering, that sweetness, almost like, again, like a corn chip. Like a corn Dorito chip or a corn hoop. That really corn taste. It's not really smooth either. They say filtered 4 times for smoothness. There is a little bite, but it's not alcohol bite. It's the carbonization bite. There's too much carbonization in this. Way too many bubbles for smoothness. It's almost like when you drink a Coke or a Pepsi so fast and it burns your throat. This beer kind of burned my throat. but not really bad, but maybe for drinking really fast, this beer wouldn't be that good. Even in the bottom there's a bunch of head down there. A Paul Lander cup. So you guys, thank you for watching my videos. Oh, burp. I hope your January is going good. You guys can always leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And if you want, you can leave video responses to my videos. And thank you guys for your comments. Some of you guys very good comments. Thank you for watching my videos to the end. Also the messages, thank you guys for the messages. I'm trying to get through some of those videos. I've got some messages about foods and beers and other things. I'll try and find those products in Korea. I think next time I go to a big supermarket, I can probably find some of them. But lots of the things that you guys have recommended, like some of the ramen, you have to go to maybe a certain supermarket in the town. I'll try and get some of that. But yeah, I'm really trying to get some spicy ramen and a bunch of candies and a bunch of cool things to review on my channel. And I'll be doing some more talks, maybe more talk about Korea, or talk about my life, a bunch more talks. I'll be doing many more things, hopefully. I'll try to keep a video up maybe once to 3-4 times a week. Right now I can maybe do one video a day, but I'm pretty sure after a while I'll have to go back maybe to 2-3 videos a week because I'll be a little busy. So thank you guys for understanding. And again, you can always leave a like. And if you don't like my videos, you can leave a dislike and say, I didn't like your videos because of this. I read all the comments, I read all your messages. So thank you guys. Comment, subscribe, checkacola out.